motherfucker.
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit. Holy shit. What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, Monday, December 6, 2021. Got a pretty good show planned for today. We'll talk some Monday Night Football tonight, Patriots versus Bills. All right. Make sure everything looks good there. All right. Easy Money, a sports betting show. That show's at 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We also have our sports talk show, GSR, Gonzo Sports Room. That show's live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That's where we post everything about our shows. Our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, get posted there. Interview announcements for GWR or GSR or Easy Money all get posted there. Also, you can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form, Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. You can see some of our t-shirts behind me here. We had a new GWR shirt drop last Friday. A little bit different than this one. Design on the front's a little bit different, and then the new shirts have a design on the back as well. So go check those out at our merch store. You can find that link in the video description, or it's going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. Excuse me. We got a big show or a big week planned, so make sure you go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell so you get notifications so you don't miss when we go live. We got a full slate of things going on this week. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. we'll be live with a special edition of GWR as pro wrestler Aaron Atlas will join us. And then on Wednesday we have, of course, Easy Money, the sports betting show at 11, like always. GSR at 1, like always. Then at 3 o'clock we'll have another special edition of GWR, and pro wrestler Travis Southern's going to show us. Or join us, And then at 7 o'clock Wednesday night, we're going to do another live show of GWR as owner of WCWO, Blake Money Wright, will be joining us. You're not going to want to miss that. On Thursday, we have Easy Money like normal. Then we're going to have owner and wrestler from MPG, Tyler Kent, will be joining us on Thursday. And then on Friday, we have our regular Easy Money show, our regular GSR show, and then we're going to have a GWR special edition show at 4 as Jared Kripke. Pro wrestler Jared Kripke will be joining us. Him and Tyler Kent are going to come on and talk about MPG's Christmas Clash, which is this Sunday in Bloomington. We'll be there live doing live commentary and streaming the show. So if you can't make it to Bloomington, check us out. It'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Saturday, we're going to be in Fortville for WTF Wrestling Theology Fellowship Blizzard Brawl. It's going to be a great card. We'd like to see everybody there. Come join us Saturday night in Fortville. You can get tickets online. Tickets are $15, I think. You can get them online at WrestlingTheologyFellowship.com. And you can find out more information. I believe bell time is 5. But all right, let's get got all that out of the way. Let's jump into today's slate of games. Let's start in the NFL. Monday Night Football tonight. Should be a good game. I'm looking forward to watching this game tonight. Have the the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are 2.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 142 on the money line. The Patriots are plus 120 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 41. Patriots are 8-4. Bills are 7-4. The Patriots have won 6 in a row. Mac Jones has been playing solid football. Defense has been playing good. Been playing real good. And they have a good running game, so they don't have to. They're not asking Jones to go out there and win the game. All they're asking Jones is to play smart. Don't turn the ball over and make some plays when you have a chance to. The Bills, they've been their offense has been struggling. They won last week, but Allen threw a couple more interceptions. The week before that, they got blew out by the Colts, which I think the Colts are one of the better teams in the AFC, but we'll talk about that later. But their offense has been struggling. They did beat the Saints last week, but the Saints are a struggling football team right now as well. So it's hard to gauge if the Bills got back on track any at all or not. The Bills also lost cornerback White for the season last week with a torn ACL, so that's going to affect their back end of their defense some. This has went down. This was at 3 last night. It's down to 2.5. But I like the New England Patriots. I'll take the money line just because there's no reason to mess with 2.5 points. If it was at 3, then I'm maybe thinking about doing the 3 because I could see it being a 3-point game. But I like the Patriots here on the money line at plus 142. And I like the over the 41 in this game. I think it's going to be a close game, but yeah, I like the Patriots money line. All right, let's move over to the NBA. First game for the NBA tonight. You have the Washington Wizards at the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are 5.5-point favorites at home. Minus 240 on the money line. The Wizards are plus 198 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 211. The Wizards are 14-10 on the season. Pacers are 9-16 on the season. This will be the second game of a back-to-back for the Wizards. They lost to the Toronto Raptors last night. Wizards have pretty good depth coming off the bench. They beat the Pacers earlier in the season when they played, and that was out. Washington was without Bradley Beal in that game. The Pacers have lost 4 straight. McConnell's out with an ankle injury. Turner's been struggling. Miles Turner's been struggling to score. He's only scored over 20, I think, once in the last 7 or 8 games. I'm a Pacer fan, but it's hard for me to lay the 5.5 just because of the way they've been playing. I think this is going to be a close game. I like the over the 211 in this game. Would be my play in this game. Really don't care really not sold on either one of them on the side. I don't want to lay 5.5 with the Pacers, but I also don't want to take the 5.5 with the Wizards. Next game is the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons are 5-point favorites in this game. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Thunder are plus 176 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 203.5. The Thunder are 6-16. The Pistons are 4-18. So neither one of these teams are having a great season so far. But the Thunder lost by NBA record 73 points their last game. Their best player, Gilchrist Alexander, is still out. The rookie Giddey is questionable. But the Thunder are 13-9 at ATS. So, yes, they're not winning a lot of games, but they're covering a lot of games. The Pistons are last in the NBA in shooting, second worst in the league in scoring. So I lean toward the Pistons here, even though the Pistons can struggle to score the ball as well. But I like what I really like in this game is the under the 203.5. I can see this being a lower scoring game because both these teams can struggle to score, especially with the Thunder having some guys out. If I was going to make a play on the game, I'd probably lean toward the Thunder just because they have been good against the spread all year. And I could see this being a close game, but my play on this game would be the under the 203.5. All right, next game is the 76ers at the Charlotte Hornets. The Sixers are 6.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 275 on the money line. The Hornets are plus 225 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 217. The Sixers are 12-11. Hornets are 14-11. The Sixers have won 2 of their last 3. They've won their last 10 games versus the Hornets. Embiid has been back from COVID for a few games now. Been looking good. He had 28 points and 12 rebounds in their last game. The Hornets have 4 players out with COVID, and it includes Melo Ball and couple of their other starters. Hornets called up some G League players to fill the roster out. They've lost 3 of their last 4. I like the Sixers here just because the Hornets are shorthanded. But again, 6.5 is quite a few points. So what I lean toward more in this game is the under the 217. Next game, we have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are 4.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 180 on the money line. The Memphis Grizzlies are plus 152 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 214. Excuse me. Grizzlies are 13-10. The Heat are 14-10. The Grizzlies have won their last 2 games, including the 73-point win versus the Thunder. Grizzlies are going to be without Morant. The Heat, Adebayo is going to be out tonight. Butler's questionable. He missed the last game. The Heat have lost 3 of their last 4 games. I like the Grizzlies here just because they're a little bit healthier than the Heat. I know they're missing Morant, but Grizzlies have pretty good depth and they're a little bit healthier than the Heat. So I would lean toward the Grizzlies here at the plus 4.5. And I like the under the 214 in this game as well. All right, next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 7-point favorites at home. They're minus 270 on the money line. Cleveland is plus 220 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 214.5. The Cavs are 13-11 on the season. Bucks are 15-9. The Cavs lost to Utah last night. Cavs can struggle defensively, but they have covered the spread their last 7 games. The Bucks have covered the spread 5 of their last 7, and they're on a 7-game win streak at home. Bucks have gotten healthier and are playing good ball right now. I like the Bucks here at the minus 7, and I would lean toward the over the 214.5. Okay. Next game, we have the Atlanta Hawks at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves are 2.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 144 on the money line. The Hawks are plus 122 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 22.5. I favor the Timberwolves here. They're healthier, and they've been playing good ball. And if I remember right, they beat Atlanta, I think, a few days ago. But I don't know. I saw the Timberwolves play a couple games last week, once against the Pacers, and I'm pretty sure it was against Atlanta. And they got decent depth. They play pretty good defense. I like Minnesota here on the money line. Actually, might take the 2.5. You can just take the money line at -144. Still pretty good value. I would lean toward the under the 222.5 in this game. Next game is the Denver Nuggets at the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are 4-point favorites at home. They're -168 on the money line. The Nuggets are +142 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 217. The Nuggets are 11-11. The Bulls are 16-8. Nuggets have lost 7 of their last 10. They have 6 players on the injury report. Jokic is playing, but they're just banged up. The Bulls beat the Nets on Saturday. They made a big comeback there in the third quarter to come back and win that game. They've won 6 of their last 10. They have more depth than the Nuggets right now, especially because all the Nuggets injuries. I like the Bulls money line here. Let's see. Next game, we have the San Antonio Spurs at the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 8-point favorites on the road. They're -355 on the money line. The Spurs are +285 on the money line. Over under 215.5. Spurs are 8-13 on the season. The Suns are 19-4. The Spurs are coming off a big Suns. The Suns have won 10 of their last 12 home games. I like the Suns here. 8 points is a lot of points, though. I'd like the Suns to win this game, but 8 points is a lot of points. Spurs have a little bit of momentum coming in off a big win. I like the over the 215.5. And I want to lean toward the underdog here, but I think there's a good value to take the Spurs at the +8. But the Suns were on like an 18-game winning streak, and they got snapped by the Warriors over the weekend. So, but I lean toward the Suns at the -8. I'm not real comfortable giving up at the 8 points. So even though the Suns are a good team, I favor more the over the 215.5. Clippers at the Trailblazers. Clippers are 3-point favorites on the road. They're -146 on the money line. Portland is +124 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 215. The Clippers have lost 4 of their last 5. They really struggled shooting the ball Saturday, and they lost to the Kings. They're still without Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if he plans on playing this year at all or not. The Trailblazers are 10-3 at home this season. They lost to Boston Saturday night. Trailblazers have just been so inconsistent shooting the ball. Lillard has not been shooting the ball well. But the Clippers, they haven't impressed me a whole lot either. Paul George has been playing, don't get me wrong, Paul George has been playing his ass off. I just don't know about their depth. I like Portland here as home dogs. And I like the over the 215. I'm gonna take Portland on the money line as home underdog. I'm gonna take Portland on the money line as home underdogs. Excuse me, and I like the over the 215 in this game. Then our last NBA game for tonight is the Orlando Magic at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are 16-point favorites at home. They're -1,600 on the money line. Orlando's plus 900 on the money line. Over-under is 217. Orlando is 5-19. They've lost 11 of 14 road games this year. The Warriors are 19-4, and the Warriors have won 12 of 14 at home. I like the Warriors to win this game, but man, 16 points is just a lot of points. That's a lot of points, even though I think the Warriors are a lot better basketball team. But I think Steph Curry is going to have another big night. I like the Warriors at the minus 16. I'm not going to say let myself talk myself out of it because I really do. I love the Warriors in this game, especially at home. 16 is a big number, but I think the Warriors will cover that tonight. And I like the over the 217 in this game. But all right, before we get to the picks of the day, let's jump over to NFL. Look ahead at some of the early lines for next week's games. Thursday night football: Steelers and the Vikings. Vikings are 3-point favorites at home right now. Vikings found a way to lose a game yesterday to Detroit. The Steelers found a way to pull off a win against the Ravens in a close, low-scoring game. That game could go either way. The Vikings are so up and down. Vikings can look like a playoff team, then come out and look terrible. Then you have a AFC West matchup with the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs opened up at 8.5-point favorites. These odds are going off FanDuel Sportsbook. Saints at the Jets. Saints opened up as 6-point favorites in that game. I can't believe they have the Saints 6-point favorites over anybody. You have the Jags at the Titans in the AFC South battle. Go Jags. We could use a Tennessee loss. The Colts could. But the Titans are 10-point favorites at home in that game right now. That's what they opened up at. Then in the AFC North battle, you got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Browns opened up as 2-point favorites at home. That should be a good game there as well. A lot of divisional games this week. It's kind of nice to see. Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers opened up at 3-point favorites at home. You have the Cowboys and the Washington football team. Cowboys opened up as 4.5-point favorites on the road. That's a game to watch for. Washington football team defense is starting to put it together. And Dallas's offense has been struggling. I'd keep an eye on that because that might go down. If you like Washington, you might go, if you're going to go on the spread, you might go ahead and take it because that might go down to 4 or 3.5 by kickoff throughout the week. Seahawks are at Houston. Seahawks are 7.5-point favorites. I like the Seahawks in that game, but 7.5 is quite a few. Hopefully that'll go down to 7 or 6.5 throughout the week. The Lions at the Broncos. Lions coming off their first win of the season. Broncos are 8-point favorites at home. Broncos got pretty much manhandled last night by the Chiefs. Giants at the Chargers. Chargers opened up as 10.5-point favorites. I know the Chargers played pretty good yesterday, but the Chargers have been struggling. But the Giants just find ways to lose games as well. 49ers at the Bengals. 49ers are 1-point favorites on the road. So this game's basically opened up as a pick 'em. Bills at the Bucks. Bucks opened up as 3-point favorites at home. That could change some depending on what happens tonight. Not saying that the Bucks will move to or the Bills will move to a favorite. I don't think that at all. But if the Bills come out and lose tonight to the Patriots, I could see the Bucks going up maybe as even bigger favorites. So if you like the Bucks, you might jump on them early. Then Sunday night, you have the Bears at the Packers. Packers are 12.5-point favorites at home. I think the Packers win this game, but 12.5 points is a lot of points against a division opponent. Uh, so that'd be one I would keep an eye on. And then and then Monday night we have a big matchup, divisional matchup between two good teams, as the Los Angeles Rams travel to Arizona to play the Cardinals. The Cardinals are 2.5-point favorites at home. This game's I think is going to probably be close to a pick 'em by game time. It should be a real good game. Both those teams are good. Looked like the Rams' offense is starting to find their rhythm again a little bit. But that's just a look ahead at the opening lines for NFL. We'll talk more about the NFL throughout the week. All right, let's get to my picks of the day. Monday Night Football tonight. I like the New England Patriots money line. And I like the over 41. And then in the NBA, I like the Detroit Pistons money line against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I like the 76ers. 76ers and the Charlotte Hornets under 216.5. I like the Memphis Grizzlies plus 4.5 against the Miami Heat. Yeah, that's 4.5. I like the Milwaukee Bucks -7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think there was one. I thought there was another one. I like the Bulls money line against the Nuggets. So to recap, let's see, that's one. Okay, recap. I like the Patriots money line, and I like the over the 41 in that game. Then I like the Pistons money line against the Thunder. I like the Grizzlies plus 4.5 against the Heat. I like under 216.5 for the Hornets in the Sixers game. I like the Bucks -7. And I like the Bulls money line. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 picks. Let's go ahead and make it an even number. Let's add the Golden State Warriors Golden State Warriors and the Orlando Magic over 217.5 or over 217. So that'd be 8 picks today. All right. Before we get out of here, I got a few announcements real quick. All right. Turn this down just a tad here. All right, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. You can find both those shows on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can also find both those shows in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about all of our shows. Our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, get posted on our social media accounts. Interview announcements, just anything to do with the show gets posted on social media. So follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo Sports Room. Also, check out our YouTube page, at Gonzo Sports Room. Over the weekend, we got over 100 subscribers. We're up to, I think, 103. Let's see if we can get that up to 150 by the end of the week. That'd be awesome. We got a lot of content on there. If you're a pro wrestling fan, there's a lot of content on there. If you're a sports fan, there's a lot of content on there. If you're a sports betting fan, there's a lot of content on there. So go check it out. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live, so you don't miss anything. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. You can see some of our t-shirts behind me here. We also had a new GWR shirt drop Friday. It has a little bit different design than this one. It looks pretty similar, a little different on the front, but these new shirts have a design on the back as well. It has the outline of the state of Indiana, and then it says the voice of Indiana independent wrestling. Go check those shirts out. Streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. Get you some GWR, GSR, Easy Money gear. There's also a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we'd appreciate that. Don't forget, tomorrow, don't forget, we'll be live here in about an hour and 20 minutes at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. It'll be our NFL recap show. Come join us. We're going to talk a lot of NFL football. And then tomorrow at 11 is Easy Money, the sports betting show as always. But then at 1 p.m. Eastern, we have GWR Live. Pro wrestler Aaron Atlas is going to join us. He has some big matches coming up. We'll talk to him about that. Talk to him about how he got his start in pro wrestling. So you don't want to miss that. We got a big day planned on Wednesday. We have 4 shows on Wednesday. So come spend the day with us on Wednesday. We have Easy Money at 11, GSR at 1. Pro wrestler Travis Southern's going to join us for GWR at 3. And then we have another GWR live at 7 o'clock Wednesday night, as Blake Money Wright, owner of WCWO and wrestler, will be joining us. You don't want to miss that. Got a big week planned, busy weekend planned, as we'll be in Fortville for WTF Blizzard Brawl, Wrestling Theology Fellowship Blizzard Brawl. We're going to be in the building for that, so come join us there. And on Sunday, we're going to be in the building at MPG Christmas Clash in Bloomington. Come join us there. If you can't join us there, check us out on YouTube YouTube and Twitch, as we'll have a live stream and live commentary. Appreciate everybody watching today. Be a friend, tell a friend. Please go hit those like buttons, those subscribe buttons, the follow buttons. We appreciate all the support. We will see you guys here in a little over an hour for GSR Gonzo Sports Room at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll see you right here tomorrow at 11 a.m. again for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope you everybody's getting off to a good start of the week on this Monday. Have a good day. Stay safe. Peace.